All right, let's do a brief audio and sound check. Tonight, we got some movements in these markets. Seems like that's very frequent as we have in slow markets. But let's just jump to it in the top. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, what a day.
Risk disclosure.
Man.
Risk disclosure in the chat.
Disclosure in the chat. Yep, and the top step risk disclosures in the YouTube chat. Everything that we go over and say is educational purposes only. It's not a signals class. It's not financial advice. You know the drill. We show up. We're here to learn, get better. And we got these markets moving. And I'm just going to do a quick top-down analysis. And I'm going to be quick with it because these markets are moving. And then I'll pass it off to you, Jay. And I'm going to run and get a drink of water before we start this. Here's the daily chart. We've been in that range. We only get one new candlestick every day. However, once again, today we got FOMC and inflation. These markets sold off pretty hard. 24,600. We are right back down at these lows. You've said this for the past month or so, right? Seems like we should get. It just seems like we should get a nice sell-off. Maybe we come down here and test these. What is this? These lower levels around 23,700. It's a big zone. If we want to just push up to get all-time highs. So I am leaning towards breaking down below this range before we rally higher. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe a retest. I don't know how long it will take. Maybe it'll be maybe by the end of this week we could have another big sell-off here. So I'm leaning bearish overall in this market. Zooming out in on an hourly chart. You've seen today's price action. Big sell-off. Last night during slow markets with Braden, that was a good one. This market was rallying. We were pumping up, 25,200. Blue skies, everything was nice. And then we just dumped and we sold off. And here we are, 600 points lower. We're right where we started the week Sunday here on March 15th. You could see that big open that we started on Sunday. We are basically right here right now. There's a lot of support and resistance at this level. So the Sunday open, lots of support, lots of resistance. We're there now. So I wouldn't be surprised of a pullback from a pure technical standpoint and then maybe continuation. But we are getting headlines. We had the headlines. If you guys could see it here in the Trader Hub, you could see it. Trump administration considering deploying thousands of additional U.S. troops to the Middle East as Trump weighs Iran next step sources. So headlines are hitting these markets. That's why we're seeing these markets move. Jay, you said you're looking at crude oil pumping as well. I was thinking it was going to get $200 this week. And
selling off a little bit right now.
These markets are moving. That's about it.
Yes, they are.
We are rallying now here in the NASDAQ. So there's then that headline hit. We pulled down to 24,590s. We're up 40 points from that. It's a lot of back and forth. So I'm going to pass it off to you, Coach Jay, and I'm going to run and get a drink. I'll be right back. So I'll switch it to your charts. And
sounds good.
Good to go.
Real quick, I got the charts up here. The blue line that you guys see on my screen is crude oil. The orange line is the NASDAQ. Just kind of showing you the inverse correlation that we've seen playing out. We heard earlier on Fast Markets that the strongest inverse correlation that we're seeing is between crude oil and the Dow, but it is playing out in the NASDAQ as well, one of the equity markets that we trade. So as crude oil goes, the NASDAQ's probably going the other way. Right now, we're seeing the NASDAQ rally just a little bit as crude is selling off. We go to a shorter time frame. Again, blue line is crude, orange line is the NASDAQ. So I'm not going to trade this way. I'm not going to trade with these line charts on, but I am looking at that inverse correlation for a potential trade here. Again, headline-driven markets. We saw some headlines coming out saying the president was thinking about sending at least 1,000 troops to the Middle East, which is further escalation of what we're seeing in the Middle East. So right now, not seeing too much as far as trade opportunity goes. This is an interesting area here in crude oil. We did see that highest volume trade here This is giving me a decent spot to maybe limit some risk. But if I look at a 30-minute chart here, we are still trading in that first 30-minute range. Volume hasn't left that range either. Price did. VWAP stayed flat, and we're getting a retest of VWAP right now. So staying flat there, we're seeing the equities pop a little bit here as well. Looking at the NASDAQ first 30-minute range, we are in it as well. Price and volume still in this range. So we're seeing some volatility for sure tonight. Not seeing anything that screams definitive trade just yet. I'll take a quick look at gold, which does look pretty interesting here. If we can start to see some volume in gold leave this 30-minute range to the upside, maybe looking for potential longs back up to 4,900 or Hoag's weekly kickoff low, which is 48.97. We can see if you don't have those top step levels on your charts, make sure you put them on there. They're not suggestions to take trades, but they're areas of interest where our coaches, Hoag especially, thinks the market has the potential to react to. And you can see 48.97. You can see the consolidation there in gold. So that is a potential upside target if we do get some volume to leave this range. There will be a trade tonight. I don't doubt it, but I don't want to rush into anything right now. So just kind of scanning opportunities, seeing some volatility in crude and gold. One of these things is going to set up for a decent trade, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, awesome. I am back. Appreciate it. These markets are moving, man. We have those headlines. I got me a drink, and yeah, we're here for a show. This is going to be interesting. Got the bottom of the hour coming off in about 22 minutes. Anything that you're seeing for a trade? I know you went over gold. Was talking about crude.
Crude is holding the low of this 7 p.m. Central Time candle right now, and it is holding VWAP. That is a decent spot to maybe assume some risk here. It's not a ton of risk. It's about $30 with a micro. Could put on a couple there.
Okay.
Let's see.
Someone's saying, I fixed the echo. Don't worry, everyone. I fixed the echo. Let me know if you are getting more echo. Someone says, it's a little weird seeing gold dumping. Well, I know that we're day traders, so we trade what we see in price action from day to day, right? However, if we want to start talking about gold, and I want to briefly go over this, gold is a safe haven, right? A safe haven against inflation. Typically, you'll see gold go up. However, we've had a lot of volatility, and it's also when the dollar weakens, right? So the weaker the dollar, the price of gold goes up. The dollar's been strengthening, right? Everyone's been flying to the dollar, so the dollar's been strengthening, which weighs on gold. And then you could also make an argument that interest rate cuts that everyone was kind of expecting going into 2026, we're not going to see them as quick as maybe we thought. And so that could also maybe weigh on gold. Correct me if I'm wrong here, right? This is purely my assumptions and my point of view, the way I see gold. And of course, anything can happen, but we are day traders. I'm a technical trader. And so does that stuff really matter on my day-to-day setups? Not really, but it's always a fun conversation point.
Yep, it does matter. We did hear the Fed chair today. Seen the equity sell back off a little bit here. Crude oil holding that VWAP. Really nice bounce from there on VWAP.
Yeah, crude's what, 98.72. We're seeing crude move. It's very volatile.
There was some size up at $100 at the buzzer. We got up to 99.80s. Coach Hoop in the chat asking the question, do we get crude oil $100 in slow markets? It's a big possibility.
Why not? Why not, man? We got to 99.17. NASDAQ. I mean, there's a lot of weight on this NASDAQ right now. Lots of headlines, lots of pressure to the downside. I'm watching it. You're watching crude. Oh, here we go.
It's going to take off here.
Yeah. I'm in the short NASDAQ.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I'm going to zoom in, set this thing up to trade. Give me a second and I'll switch over to my charts. But I'm now in a short NASDAQ.
Yeah, that VWAP hold was pretty nice there in crude. Somebody asked in the chat, am I going to take a trade with minis and not micros? Yeah, I mean, I traded my minis last night. in crude oil. Managing the risk. If it's a good setup, I'll take it.
If it's a good setup, I'll take it. Yeah, I'm short from 609. Not the best location. Honestly, it could be a lot better. Not much risk. Not much risk with one contract. I might even consider getting out and back in, or because this is one I want to build a position. Build position. Seen me build it a few times last night. I was in 3 contracts today during fast markets. During the day show, I was in a decent size, taking the losses with a small size, take those wins with a bigger size, and I think I might just do that here. I might, yeah, I'm just gonna do that.
Again.
Minus $46 for me on that one. Looked like it was gonna break down.
Yeah, oil got to decide what it wants to do at $99 up here. We just rejected up there. I'm long 3 micro gold here, 48.4650. Long 3 micro gold. Let's see if we get this breakout here.
I'm gonna be honest, that looks like a better play.
Let's see. And if we get the volume, I think gold is kind of tied to these oil prices as well, right? Where we're seeing a lot of correlation right now between gold and the equities. Where if the equities are selling off, we're seeing gold selling off as well here. But I think it's all everything in the world is tied to crude oil right now.
The world's watching crude. That's for sure. All right, so you're watching gold. I'm watching this NASDAQ. If we reject these 20s, I'm gonna jump back into this short. But after such a sell-off here in the NASDAQ, I wouldn't be surprised if buyers just step in. We'll see. We'll see. Very neutral right now. But there's a lot of weight. Let me get some music going while we trade this up. Make sure that it's not too loud. If you could hear it okay.
Rex says, LMAO, oil and gold are not correlated. Maybe.
I think everything, if you dig deep enough, you could find correlation. Because when you buy oil, you buy it in US dollars. When you buy gold, you could also buy it in US dollars. Is there a correlation there? I don't know. That's up to you to decide as a trader, right? I don't know where everyone's hearing this Tom Dwan stuff. I talked about it already. There's one time in Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, guys. Oh, chat. I love you. We're not down too much. We're not down too much. We're down like 0.09 here in the NASDAQ. Tesla got a bounce. This one time in bed camp. Come on, chat. Let's focus. Let's focus on these markets. I don't know where. Hey.
Lock in, chat. Lock in, chat. There's markets moving right now. All right, chat's going nuts right now. Okay.
Chat's funny. Chat's fun. Hey. Man, gold. Crude oil's sailing off a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
I might have a flexible bias and take a long here.
Trade what you see, right?
Yeah, we're holding too well. Kind of inside, chopping around. My long would be basically a push up to where we closed the New York session, maybe 670s. I'm just gonna continue to watch it. I would want to build a position. I want to build a position. I like building positions. Okay, I'm long now from 6:30. I'm going to try and add to this position for a breakout through session highs. Okay, I added.
6:30. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong contract.
There's my position. I'm full 3 contracts here. Let's see if we get a breakout to these 40s. I'd love to see something similar to what we saw last night. And it's gone.
Maybe a quick scratch on this gold trade as well here. Didn't see the flow up at those highs. Take it off and just put it back on again. We'll see. Waiting for this 3-minute candle to close here.
Yeah, I'm flat. I gotta get out of that trade. I gotta get out. We're chopping around. I'm getting chopped up. So I'm gonna be patient.
Let the markets decide.
Yep. Try to short, try to long. Got chopped up on both of them. So we gotta wait for this. Wait for the 5-minute wick, chopping back and forth. Getting chopped, like the chopsticks. Sideways market. We got 12 minutes to the bottom of the hour. Crude starting to find buyers again.
See if they can push those 99s.
I got a haircut like 4 days ago. 2-minute wedge on the MNQ. Just consolidation here. Honestly, with that headline, I kind of leaning towards more volatility than what we're seeing right now. And it's still volatile than normal. So maybe at the bottom of the hour, we'll see some moves. And while we're doing that, you guys, you know the drill. I already see a couple of hashtag slow markets coming in. While we are waiting for these markets to move, go ahead and tag me right there in the YouTube chat. There's the social media handles. Tag me. Hashtag slow market. Make sure I'm tagged. If it's good, trade your trading setup. Show your trading setup. Trade something trading related. If I like it, I'll show it here on air. And remember, if we get to 700 likes, I'll try and convince Braden to come back on Tuesdays.
Gotta hit that thumbs up button. It was a great show last night.
Yeah, it was great last night. You were in the chat. You traded that oil up. Andre showed up.
He was trading everything. Market order McHugh.
Andre. NASDAQ hanging out here. Man, I'd like to see NASDAQ just flush through to new lows.
Yeah, just get back to 24,000s.
Yeah, 24,000
Thanks,
sounds
chat.
good to the NASDAQ.
That oil trade last night was a lot of fun. The market presented some opportunity, and it went pretty quick. Most of the trade was a sell stop. There was a little consolidation.
I'm in a short. I'm in the short NASDAQ again. So from 618.
Oil holding VWAP.
Yeah. There's my short. I added pretty aggressively there. You're still in that gold?
Yeah, it's still long.
Nice. Okay. I've taken like 3 trades and you're just chilling there. That fun. Different trading styles.
Yeah.
So it says I'm gonna get chopped up again.
If I'll add to this, but we'll see. Really watching oil right now.
If I get chopped up again, that's just the way it is. Can't win every single trade. I can't have a profitable session every session. If I do, that'd be nice. I might not be here.
Of course.
I'll be on an island somewhere.
Oil popping here. Let's see if it runs these 99s again. Not much up there as far as the order book goes, so this could cook for you here.
Well, there we go. I get a little bit of sell off here. You can test this level. A lot of buyers were stepping in on these wicks at this 600 level. Oh, we're picking up some steam. Crude oil
should be at 120.
Crude oil.
Oil should be at 120. Be careful what you wish for. It could be there pretty quick. It's going to take a couple of headlines to get there, but if we, what does it take for the equities to get out of this range that it's been in? I think the major catalyst that we've seen is oil above $100.
Yeah, if oil keeps going higher, then I think the chances of the equities breaking out of this range to the downside dramatically increase.
Yep. Andre in the chat, Crude to 100 tonight.
That's what we're watching.
$1.07 off. Let's see.
We're watching it. Yeah, we're at 99 now. We're at 99 even almost. I'm in a short equities.
The real question is, where's Andre short ES? 66.75s would be my guess.
See, we're getting headlines. We're getting the headlines hit these markets too. All right, we got the bottom of the hour in about 7 minutes. Crude oil sitting at 98.96. NASDAQ hovering just above 600. Right at the bottom of the hour.
Try it again.
See some movement. Oh, there's a little bit of a flow. Okay, we're going. We're cooking now.
Nice trade. Nice trade.
Cooking with the crude oil. We're through these 600s.
Richard Harris is just cracking up laughing in the chat. Good to see you, Richard. Glad you're having fun. Hopefully everybody else in the chat is having fun as well, trading well, managing your risk, whatever you do.
1000%.
Whether you win or you lose.
No such thing as a bad trade if risk is managed.
No such thing as a bad trade if you manage your risk. Your turn,
Infinite
oil.
signals. Yes. We got about 100 people ask me the same question. I answered it. All right, NASDAQ keep selling off. Let's get it. Let's get through this. Oh, yeah, we're going. All right, Crude, we need to keep going up now. We're testing the low of that news candle that we came out. Right here, testing the low. There's a big sell-off. If we get through these 90s. Still short my 3 contracts. Full possession here. For what I like. All right, that 5-minute candle just closed. 5 minutes to the bottom of the hour. Crude hanging out, 98.98.
Yeah, 99 is the line in the sand for crude oil right now.
Yeah, it is. The high of the session is 99.17.
Yeah. Feels like 99 is the line in the sand for the world right now. Everything is kind of... As soon as crude rejected those 99s, we see a little bit of a bounce in the equities.
Yeah, we're seeing that bounce here in the... just temporary, maybe. Hanging around 24,600. What are you looking at on... Oh, you got the
I'm
down
trying
bar.
to find my quote board. There it is. Trying to find my quote board.
There it is.
Silver, biggest percentage mover to the downside right now. Energies to the upside. Natural gas, big move to the upside so far as well. Up 5%. Crude up 3.5%. We'll see if crude continues to push. This NASDAQ trade is going to cook. It's already cooking.
Yeah, we're cooking. We're cooking with natural gas. got crude pulling down just a little bit. 98.70s now. Bottom of the hour in just over 3 minutes. Watching this closely. Buyer stepping in the NASDAQ. See if this is a temporary bounce that could be sold off. Crude sitting at 98.70. So getting a little bit of pullback here on crude. Cooking with Chris. Oh. Chris, go. What do we see? Has gold moved? We got 3 minutes.
Nope. A whole lot of nothing going on in gold right now as well. Stuck in the 8 p.m. candle range. Really not doing too much there. If we trade below that range, I may just take the risk off this trade. About halfway to my stop right now.
Yeah, I'm considering this one, Aaron. The NASDAQ too. I wanted to see us go.
Coach Hoop talking about some caveman trades in natural gas.
Maybe.
It is very directional.
I'm looking for a breakdown. Why not take some off? I'm looking for a retest of these 570s. Crude sitting at 98.60s now. Bottom hour in a minute and a half. So let's see if we can get the sellers back in here, or we just stay chopping around.
I like that song. Good song.
Yeah. To bail in this one. Bottom of the hour in a minute. Kind of expecting us to go test these lows, but we haven't got there yet. Crude sitting at 98.70. Horse broke. Dad says, do you still have my horse? Yeah.
I did add to that gold trade. I'm long 6 now. Risk is still the same, risk about $400, but if this low of this 3-minute candle breaks, then I'm out. So added to the trade, didn't add to the risk, was risking 400 initially, but this is the level of invalidation at this point for this trade. We've looked down at the lower extreme of this candle a couple of times. If it breaks, I don't want to be in it. Let's see here.
Okay, bottom of the hour in about 10 seconds. Okay, let's see how we react here. I got my eye on crude, eye on the equities. Gold's cooking. You're looking good over there, man.
Let's see, you got to clear 48s. Clear 48s and we're good. Please don't stop there.
All right, I'm out of my NASDAQ. And I'm liking this gold trade for a breakout.
There it is. All right, if we get back into this candle.
Yeah, I'm liking this gold trade.
There is no flow here is the problem.
If we could break through these 48.50, I might get long gold as well.
48s is the high of the 3-minute candle that I'm looking at, that I have mapped out here. So those wicks I don't really care too much about. I just want to see a 3-minute candle close above 48s.
Fair enough.
Those wicks will, if we close above 48s, I think those wicks will get run. Come on,
Crude
bro.
hanging out at 98.60.
Yeah, Rips is a good guy. Rips is a good guy. Fun to hang out with him. Got to get back out to Vegas soon. Gold is rage baiting you. Don't worry about it. As long as your risk is managed. As long as your risk is managed.
Gold hanging out at what? 48, 42.
Classic dips. I should have took profits at the top. Maybe. We'll see.
Trading's always easier with hindsight, right?
Yep. Or when it's somebody else's money.
Yeah, yeah. I will like longs if we get back above there in gold. I'd be playing for a breakout trade. Gold's already down 1%. So I could see a breakout in gold to go retest those 48.60s. Okay, I'm gonna join you in, like, there you go, I'm long. I'm now long gold. I'm gonna scale in if we break through those 50s. We got crude back up to 98.80. NASDAQ, lots of back and forth there, so.
Get above 48s. We'll be good to go. Come on.
You're long
NASDAQ selling a little bit
6,
here.
you said?
Yeah, long 6 from 44.90.
Okay. There goes the NASDAQ back down to test 600.
I'm 2 seconds away from flattening this gold trade.
Just taking too long, or what's your thoughts?
Yeah, the longer it kind of sits up here and rejects at these 48.50s, 48.48s, the higher probability I think there is of a flush back to VWAP, which is all the way down at 33s, which might be a better long spot. So kind of time stopping this. I'm trying to be patient with you here, gold, but you're testing my patience for sure.
I will add to gold if we break through those 49s.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm watching crude. We're rallying on crude. We're at 98.88, so we might head back up to 99 here shortly. NASDAQ still hanging around 600. Coach Hoops says ZB new lows. Watching all the markets.
Treasury's been getting hit. Look at it on a 15. Yeah, on another chart, I have it up on a 15. Where are you long from?
I'm going to add this, if we could break through these 49s. 47 right now. But very small. You're long 6. I'm only looking to get long 3. Okay, I'm long 3 now.
All right. Back in that candle, I'm out.
Yeah, I just got tagged in to my 3rd contract right there. See if we can get that breakout through the 50s. So
Nate was asking where I was going to drop that stop. there it goes. I was holding on to it for a little bit. It was a little testy there. A little testy.
Don't drop it. They'll see it.
Right. Yeah, crude, now they're going to come and get it. Right?
Yeah, crude at those 95, 98, 95. Crude's pushing. We might see crude back above 90 here. But there's gold. We're in gold. Session highs just right there.
Let's get it now. Held it for 9 minutes. I let it go. I let it go. Don't worry about me, chat. Worry about yourself. All right, why don't we see a little bit of profit from here? Back inside this candle at 48s. If we get below 48s, I'll take 3 off. Take a little bit for our work. Does anyone else ever do that? You just hold on to your stop and you wait for something and you let it go? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll move it up and back and forth and just waiting.
We're all
like almost like a fidget spinner type sensation, yeah.
It's when you lock in. It's like, all right. Then when you can, let your finger off the mouse and you can breathe a little bit, you can declench. All right, I'm out half. Sell some for the
rally.
Sell some for the rally.
All right. Now you can see I'm in 3 from 47.5. See if we get this rally in gold. New session highs would be at 50.4. We're tapping up against it. Tapping. We got to break through it. We're at 50.4.
Close the gap. We did gap down, it looked like, to open the session. So we just closed that gap to those 50s.
We're right where we started the end of the New York session.
No flow outside of this candle.
No.
I'm flat. Flat there.
I got a little bit of a wider stop, so I'm
I don't mind taking it again. There were some trades I took earlier in gold today, around 48.97s, and we saw the rejection that Hoag's weekly kickoff low. We're the same kind of pace, right? We get up there, it looks like it's gonna go, looks like it's gonna go, and then there's no volume that steps in. So we'll see here. Reassess. I don't mind getting back in though.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to get back in than to hold it. CL might pop.
Yeah,
we're at 98.92.
Kind of flat top pattern there too in Crude.
We got the top of the hour in about 20 minutes. Bring some movements in these markets again.
Yes, the markets are still in rollover. Was there?
Yeah, we just rolled over. We got FOMC that finished today. And Crude's still hanging out, 98.94. Nasdaq sitting right at 600.
Got some higher lows on the 3-minute here in oil.
Yeah, oil looks like it's just going to break through those 99s.
Yeah.
Let's see if we could get it. I haven't been looking at the hashtag slow market. Sorry, guys.
So it's trading happening.
We're trading it
Markets are moving right away.
Yeah.
So what is that? This 8 p.m. Eastern time candle. Attaching a VWAP to that, it is holding for now. We'll see.
All right. Still watching Crude stuck at 98.90. A little back and forth.
There we go. Here we go.
What are you watching? What are you watching?
I'm watching gold get above these 48s.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Candle close above 48. We're gonna cook, but
Oh, we got some hashtag slow markets coming in. Watching crude still stuck there at 88s. Is this the quiet before the storm?
Yeah, it could be. Top of the hour in a couple minutes, 20 minutes. Sean Boy Finance, when you're on a winning streak, how do you keep yourself grounded and prevent yourself from feeling that false sense of immortality? Honestly, you probably have to take the hit at some point. Yeah, I think it's something that you could probably tell somebody, but I think every trader has to have that humbling experience from the market. I've told my story a bunch of times. Most money I ever made at the time in a trade. Told my mom I was going to quit my job. It was on a Friday. Made plans with my friends, all that stuff, and gave all that money plus some back the next week. I think you have to learn it. And then after you learn it, you realize that success in trading is the result of your process. People make fun of it all the time. Process over profits. Oh, these guys don't care about money. It's like, if I trade well, I'm going to make money. So why focus on the money every day?
Yeah, and sometimes you have to learn that lesson more than once.
Oh, 100%.
I've went through
100%.
it a few times, where we go through the ups and downs of trading, and the traders that just get back up again and go at it eventually find that success. And you're never done learning, right? You're never done learning.
Yeah. You're not a good trader until trading has made a grown man cry. Man, I can tell you the amount of times I've cried from trading.
Friday was one of them.
Yeah.
Friday, no, it's a couple times a week. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Equity's starting to sell a little bit here. Crude, man. What are you doing at 99s? Chef, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Sometimes it is tears of joy. But a lot of emotions in doing this. You learn how to get better at dealing with them.
Yeah, you do. It's still difficult. Still very difficult.
Yeah, they don't go away.
No.
Sam keeping CL offered. Scotty B's up there still selling it. Andre, he's trying to keep it down.
The unlimited funds, just sell it.
Yeah.
Keeps going up.
Right.
Just keep selling it.
Ooh, I was about to range trade gold here. I missed my entry when we're right back in the middle. Got everybody in the chat. Antonio's in the chat.
Oh, wow.
Good to see everybody.
Andre Hing. Yep.
Early candidate for a comment of the night. Apaka Films. Hit a like. This content is fire.
There we go.
Also, I don't know if you guys heard, but you probably saw the banner up at the top of your screens. But if you're looking to get into a Topstep account, now might be the great time to do it. You can save $26 by using the code AlexGold. Shout out to Alex Ferreira winning that gold medal.
Shout out to him. That was pretty cool to see. Pretty cool to see. I know he was on TopstepTV before it.
He said he was going to do it too.
Yeah, he did.
I'm winning gold. I am profit.
Such a cool thing to see.
Can we take a look at ES? Yeah, sure. Quick analysis on the S&P here. Highest volume candle from the New York session. The low of that is 66.73.75. You can see a little bit of resistance there, kind of rejecting here. And then for me, I have this purple box is the opening range for the Globex session, and VWAP is flat. So what this tells me is range bound market, any extensions up here into this high volume are opportunities to sell. This is actually very similar to the crude oil trade that I took short last night that I can show you.
Okay.
why I look at it that way. Where was last night's opening Crude? All right, so here we go. Last night's opening Crude, 30-minute range. We had price test the upper extreme of the range. Volume was flat. So at a minimum, there's a reversion to mean trade here. But then if there's more volume that builds, then we get a decent sell. That's what worked well in crude oil last night. So in the S&P, we're near the lower extreme of the range right now. Is there a catalyst that's going to cause some volume to sell through this low? If not, we could probably see it just test the low of the range and then right back up. We'll see here.
Yeah, we got the
If
bottom of
crude
the
pops
hour
99s.
in about 13 minutes. See if we get some movement off that. Crude's still hanging out, 98.60 right now. No, I'm flat. I'm flat gold. I got out of that one. I'm just gonna wait.
The S&P on a daily looks nasty. we could see lows we haven't seen in a little while. If we really get going here. But of course, everything is contingent on headlines right now, it feels like.
$13 minutes to the bottom of the hour. Buyers stepping in the
Strange.
NASDAQ again. Buyers stepping in crude. This is just choppy markets tonight.
I like this question. Since market's chopping around, we'll give it a little bit of a break. Hey guys, thanks for everything you do. My question is, how do I know when I'm ready to trade a personal account?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That is a good question. If you're asking the question, you're probably close. You might be feeling like, hey, I want to take more control of my own money, which is ultimately the goal for everybody, right? You take money out of prop firms, maybe you trade a live account with Topstep, and then, you trade your own personal. I would ask, how long have you been trading? How long have you been consistently doing the same thing? And do you trade every day? Are you okay not trading every day? Andre, when you can afford to lose it all?
No, correct. Yeah, you only risk what you can afford to lose. Like, if you wake up tomorrow and it's gone, is that going to affect your life or your mental state, right? And if the answer is no, like, hey, this is just, I can throw it away, right? And it won't affect you, then that's a good sign.
Yep, that's a good point. Oil selling here now. Back to VWAP here in oil. Kara, you have a question? Let us know your question. Yeah, when you can blow the account and not feel it financially, that's a great point, Dre. And Trip.js, when you don't care if you lose it all, and not to say that you don't care, but it's not going to affect your livelihood, then maybe you're ready.
Maybe you're ready.
That's a real possibility. Oil selling hard now.
Yeah, we are. We're almost down to 98.
Q popping. We got range bound markets right now.
Yeah, gold back up to 46s. It is range bound. Top of the hour coming in about 10 minutes. We might see some movements. Kind of wait and see. Surprised we haven't moved so much on that headline. Troops on the ground. All right, now I got some time. I'm gonna go through some of these hashtags slow. I'll start going through them. All right, not show them here on air. Start going through them. Remember, go ahead and submit either a screenshot of your trade, a trader station, something trading related, right there on the socials. I'll review them. If I like it, I'll show it here on air. Remember, if we get to that 700 likes, Braden was here with me yesterday during slow markets. If we get to that 700 likes, I will work on bringing him back on Tuesdays. So it's up to you. Like I said, chat, supply and demand. If you guys enjoyed last night, then I will definitely want to bring him on a lot more. Loved having him on. It was great.
Coach Hoop, how long ago was it that you said caveman into natural gas? Because it's been doing nothing but go up. Nice call there.
Like 15, 20 minutes ago, maybe.
15, 20 minutes ago, right? Right about here.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Caveman natural gas. All right, up 1%.
There you go.
Earl Wallace in the chat. Good to see you, Earl.
Just past the combine. Great work, Sparky.
Yeah, there's some news about natural gas. The contract that we're trading is I think Hogue was saying it earlier. Or Coach Paul was saying it. It's U.S. gas, but I think that a headline like that is going to affect every market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Top of the hour in less than 8 minutes.
Doing some of the worst trading of my career. Any tips? Is it your strategy or is it the market? And what can you do to slow yourself down? Right? If it's the worst trading, don't try to struggle through it. What do they say about a riptide? Right? You're not supposed to struggle through it. You're supposed to just
I don't know.
Stay still or swim parallel to the shore. Right?
I don't.
Don't try to fight.
I would be the one that gets caught in a riptide.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Utah, man. No riptide.
Oh yeah. No, but
when you mention riptide, they say it's that song.
It's a good song. My karaoke go-to. No, but you have to slow yourself down, right? If Dakota, you've probably been here. You in a streak of losing trades, you can't do anything right, and you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna fight through it, and you start to pile losses on top of losses. You pile the psychology on top of each other. Slow down, right? The markets are never going anywhere. If the markets go somewhere, then we got a bigger issue. Andre just said, stop trying to call tops and bottoms, get with the momentum. That's it, right? But
yep.
There was I don't know if Phenom is in the chat, but Phenom was saying the other day in gold, they lost $6,000 in gold, and gold was in a range, and they just found themselves on the wrong side of the range every single time, right? So selling at the lows of the range, buying at the highs. You might not realize you're doing that until it's too late. So if shit's not going well, just say, okay, hey, you know what? I'm not seeing something right. I need to slow myself down.
100%.
But trying to fight through it usually doesn't work.
I mean, I got chopped up tonight in the NASDAQ on those, first 2-3 trades.
Yep.
Been there, done that. Can you show that on your screen? Someone asks. I have a question. If you are taking your best setups in a day, how many trades might you take in that day? Do you ever limit that amount? Ooh, this is a good question. This is a very underrated question. If you're taking your best setups, I'm going to say it depends on your setups, right? But for me personally, 1 trade, maybe 2 trades a day. I know... And it depends on, am I trading? How's the volatility? Am I looking for just quick in and outs of the markets? If I'm looking for a bigger position in, say, like my personal account, and I'm looking for, higher grade setups where I'm going to put a little bit more money behind, maybe 3 times a week, maybe 2, a lot less frequent. And then you have, a scalper, like Mandy in the markets is a great example where, maybe it's in double digits, right? You're scalping smaller movements in the markets. So it really does depend. We need Andre. Yeah, we need Andre here in slow markets. He's in the chat.
3-man weave with Andre.
He's trading
3-man
up.
weave with Andre on slow markets would be a classic, instant classic. You don't got to drive, Jay. You can trade. We got a question from Kara Trades here. When should someone go from micros to minis? Because I think it's difficult to hold 60 points with micros, and I see people hold 30 points with a mini, and then they're done for the day. Kira, that's a good question. I do want to say the framing of your question is monetarily focused, which trading should not be. You're seeing somebody hold minis for 30 points, and you're focusing on that because they're making a certain dollar amount, and then you're saying, I have to hold for twice the move to make the same dollar amount. Their account might facilitate that. So when should someone go from micros to minis? When the balance in their account says they should go from micros to minis, right? If you are saying, hey, 30 points is not enough, so I need 60, you're focusing on a dollar amount that you need to make for that day, and that's just not how trading works. Scale up when your account says scale up.
I agree with you on that, man. I get asked the question I got asked the question today again on social media. Dakota, why do you trade micros, and then on this account you trade minis, or you trade this position bigger off air? It's like, it's the same exact process. If you focus on the process, the same way you make 10 points with a micro is going to be the exact same way you make 10 points on a mini. The only thing that changes is the dollar amount, right? You said the monetary point, but the process is the same. Where you buy is the same. Where you get out is going to be the same. We're trading very, very liquid markets like the NASDAQ during the New York session, especially, where a few micros, anything under 20 minis should all be the same process. 50 minis, at what point does it not, will it affect? I don't think any of us are going to have an effect on this market to the point where we need to worry about size.
Nope. Also, a part of that is, you're looking to the left and the right at what other people are doing. Word of advice to everybody: stop looking at other people.
Yeah.
Stop looking at other people's P&Ls. Stop looking at other people's, you don't get the full story. And more often than not, we live in a social media world, right? You're only getting the good. More often than not, you're not getting the bad. So don't look at other people. Play your own game, run your own race. Ken says, stop looking at me. Don't look at me. All right, later, Dre.
Later, Andre. Hasta mañana. Yeah, go Choop. Focus on your own shit.
Precision. Okay. I mean, I'm going to stop watching Topstep. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button on the way out. We appreciate you being here. But, even if you're going to watch us, right? If you're watching us and it's distracting you from your process,
then don't.
Turn it off and watch the reruns.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. Wait until after you're done trading.
Yep.
I got caught on that when I was first starting to trade. I'd watch CNBC and I'd be paying attention to that, and I'd try and make decisions based off of what was going on there, what they were saying. Worst thing ever, man. It was great to be informed of what was going on around the world, but it had no benefit on my personal trading.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, watch the reruns. I do it every once in a while now, right? When I'm not on fast markets, I may turn it off or turn the volume off, trade, and then come back and watch it later. If somebody's on the show and I like their process, I'll go back and watch how they execute their process. There's still value in that, but if it's affecting how I, operate in real time, turn it off. We're all here to make money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Top of the hour.
Here we go. See if we get these markets to move. I'm not seeing anything on my end. Crude still hanging out. 98 50s. NASDAQ 620s right here. 620. Gold's close to the session highs. Gold would be the breakout to the long side, maybe. I wasn't wrong.
Try it. I'm long one gold. Long one gold.
Yeah,
let's see if we get this breakout here.
Looking good now.
Risking $50.
That gold long is looking good, man.
Finger on the close button here. Still got to clear 48s.
Here we go. Oh, wow.
There it
There's the
is.
breakout. There's the breakout, Jay. See if we get a follow through on this. So far, so good. I like to see those 60s come into play.
Long 2. If we trade back below 50% of this candle, then I'm out.
Okay.
Still risking $50 on this.
Yeah, I like the follow through we're getting. Get back through these. Okay. We had the breakout, kind of a retest. Very strong. There's some momentum. Looking good. 53s. $54s. Beautiful.
Nice trade down here. Nice trade for the holders there in gold. That was a tough hold.
That was.
I didn't have the patience. I did not have the patience.
I should have, but I did not. We're in the 54s.
Hold these wicks. Hold those wicks. All right.
Let's get through these 54s again.
Chat saying I'm in the clear. Am I in the clear? I'm out. I'm flat.
Okay.
It's
Good
all right.
trade.
Aggressive
man.
trail on that. Little scalps here and there.
Hey, profit's profit, man.
Yeah.
Good decision right now.
Let's see. We hold 50%. I'll get right back in.
Okay, we're holding 49. Still a 5-minute candle hasn't closed above it.
Yeah. Oh, 5 minute hasn't yet. 3 minute did, and that's what we're testing right now. That 50%.
Okay.
So does 48 become a support now?
Yeah,
is
that's
the
what I would be
question.
looking for, because it took
Yeah.
us some time to break out of this. So
Yep.
if it becomes support, I wouldn't be surprised.
Has to hold that 50% though. At 48.
Nope.
That's why you get out. Why can't I hold my trades for longer? Because there's no flow behind them.
Yeah, there was just nothing behind it. Good out. Look at that. And complete rejection.
Not every trade deserves the world.
Nope. That is an ugly rejection. I'm thinking the opposite now. Maybe we go back down to those 48. 08.
Yeah.
48 tens. If we can't hold this level. Yeah, there's no follow through in either direction. Nothing. What else are we seeing here? We got Crude. That's down to 98.30s. Not too much moving there. Nasdaq still hanging out just around 600. Bitcoin hanging out 71,000 spot. Yeah, we're getting the volatility now here in gold. Dollar's a little bit stronger. Other than that, it's kind of a quiet night. Kind of a quiet night. I expected a little bit more with that headline coming into slow markets.
And right back to VWAP. Remember what I was saying earlier, where if this doesn't break right away, there's a higher probability of us going right back to VWAP. Look at where we are, this red line, full session VWAP again. So there needed to be follow through flow here in gold, and it just not there.
I mean, there's a chance we could bounce off this now.
Right.
But
yeah, this would be a decent spot for a bounce, but it's like,
that's one heck of a rejection.
Yeah. How do you separate volume from the bottom of your chart and add VWAP to it? I can't figure it out. All right, so in your indicator list here, well, you probably have your volume like this, right, where it's overlapping the candles. Hover over it, click the three dots, and say move to new pane below, and then it creates its own pane for it. And then the moving average is in the settings, just style, volume, moving average, just make sure that's on. That's it.
There you go.
Richard Harris keeping the chat safe, doing your civic duty.
All right, just chilling here. We're at the point of chill here in these markets. Kind of slow consolidation. We've had a lot of movement throughout this week. We have headlines just going off left and right, even tonight. Wouldn't be surprised if we continue to see headlines throughout tonight. Tomorrow is already Thursday. Tonight's Thursday's price action. Tomorrow is Thursday. Looking at data, we got jobless claims tomorrow. Is going to be a big one. Saying Trump meets with Japan's PM, Prime Minister. And then not too much on Friday. Friday's kind of a light day. So tomorrow we're filled with data. Obviously, even though there's no planned news on Friday, there's just headlines. So we shall see. Yeah, Jay, gold's bouncing off that.
Yeah, it is. So the question is the question in the chat, lost on the narrow. Now that I have this high volume candle framed out, what am I looking for? Volume's response from there, right? So that's now the highest volume 3-minute candle that we have on this session. And I got a VWAP attached to it. What is this VWAP going to tell us? So far, it's kind of slanted to the downside. So maybe you could sell against it, but we're kind of stuck between that and the full session VWAP. This whole puzzle right now is saying chop. You could potentially sell against this blue VWAP here, 48.44, risk goes above the high. But then what you're looking for is the full session. Does it settle below that? Which, again, we're seeing that rejection. So this is starting to turn into a little bit of a chop zone, maybe some volume build. Here's where I start to zoom out and maybe say, if we're trading here tomorrow morning, this could be an area for potential, executions. But for right now, it's starting to get a little muddy here.
That VWAP looked pretty good, man.
It held, man. It held.
Yeah, we're right back up into these 40s. Into this range we've been in. Hanging around. I love you, chat.
MCAN, Jay, I've been following your strategy and I've been green this whole month. Damn.
Wow.
I charge a 2% commission. I'll send you my Venmo. Charge a 2% commission though. But shout out to you.
That's awesome, man. That's what I'm here for. That's what we're here for.
Yep.
Education.
That's
right,
it.
Here's the risk disclosure. Always here for that education, helping traders.
Now here's the question. What happens at this blue line here? Stuck between the blue line and the red line. Brian Shannon, the pioneer of anchored VWAP, would call this a VWAP pinch. If we close above the high of this, then maybe we pop. If we close below the low of this red one, maybe we sell. But for right now, this in the middle, I actually got the opportunity to ask Brian Shannon this on TopstepTV. He said, sometimes the market is telling you not to do anything. And in the middle of this range, it's saying don't do too much.
I agree with it. I agree. We got crude head back down towards 98, but it's still up 2.8% from when it closed. NASDAQ came around 620s. The other tech stock, the hateful eight, not really doing much, but we got silver and gold down. We're watching that. Gold selling right back down to VWAP maybe. And other than that, I think we're kind of settling on a quiet consolidation, slow markets.
Yeah.
Now remember, we have London session. We've been seeing a lot of movements overnight. I mean, I started slow markets. I was talking with Braden last night where he was actually learning to trade slow markets as well because he had a job during the day, and so this is the only time he could trade. So there's opportunity overnights so often to where the original slow markets come in here, place trades, let the trades run overnight, let them play out. Small size, wide stops.
Yeah. There's a question here. If I bought at the highs, why not buy at the bottom? The way I'm thinking about this, the way I'm looking at this is imagine everybody else has bought so far, right? That's bought at 48.34, 48.35. When they get up to 48.54, they got to be happy, right? When you buy gold, if you're up 20 points, you got to be happy. And then in 3 minutes, it takes it all away from you. You're probably not happy anymore. So I would assume that anybody who's buying in this is starting to lose a little bit of confidence. And there wasn't a market participant willing to push this up here. So the more I see these traders get rejected, I don't want to be one of them right now. Could it trade up to the upper extreme of this range? It could, but they had hope that was quickly taken away from them. My heart can't take that. So
fair enough.
I'll miss it out.
Fair enough. Yeah. And we're just seeing a little bit of chop across the board around it. Crude actually starting to sell off a little bit more. We're down to 98.14. Not seeing that correlate in the equities yet. And yeah, let's get through some of these hashtag slow markets. I got two good ones. I want to go over. I'll pass it back off to you. We got this one right here. 3 a.m. session. So we got traders from around the world. Beautiful example. Hashtag slow markets. Coach DBA. It's Coach J. 3 a.m. all darked out. So traders from around the world tuning in for slow markets, whether it's night, morning, day, 3 a.m. Love to see it. These markets are open. There's opportunities. We got another one. Tommy Trades. Thank you, Coach DBA and Coach J, for guiding me through this vicious tunnel called day trading. I've become consistently profitable, and I owe it to all of Topstep and the team. Love my slow markets. Appreciate it. Enjoy it. Love it. That's what it's about. Buyers stepping in gold again.
Buyers stepping in a little bit here in gold. But that if this blue line leaves this range to the downside, then we could probably test the lows. Yeah, I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna log. I'm not taking any more trades today in this live account. Not tonight. I'm gonna switch over to a practice account real quick. Let's have some fun.
I might do this.
How much time we got?
You know what? I'm gonna join you.
Yeah.
With that one.
Yeah. I feel the itch to take a trade. So why don't we just switch over to a sim account? Oh, I'm long something. I'm in the money in a sim account, but this is what everyone wants to see, right? Take some trades.
Take a trade.
All right, we're under this VWAP.
Crude oil.
If you trust your strategy so much, why don't you trade bigger size? All right, so we're short 5. Oh, wait. Short 5. Oh, those are micros. No, come on. I trust my strategy. I'm not trading micros. Trade. I'm a big boy. Here we go. I'm short 5 gold contracts. I trust my strategy. Let's hope it plays out.
Man, this is just flatlining. We're getting crude now. Crude's down to 98 even. I'm gonna go. Since we're doing this sim, kind of slowing down. I'm long 3 minis.
What market?
Ooh, not 3 minis. We'll do 12 micros in the NASDAQ. MNQ.
Ooh, hot take here. And how'd that word get through? Nightbot, what are you doing? You're not doing your job.
What? I missed it. It.
Oh man, if this gets stops out, I'm just gonna switch accounts. Don't worry about it. I got some room. I can bet more. Let's bet some more. Not enough margin. Who do I have to call?
That guy will find out really soon. Reality check.
Right. All right. I'm not in the combine. I'm in a practice account. Don't worry about it.
Reeks of ego.
What happened to I don't trade sim? Oh, I'd trade sim all the time.
Oh yeah, so do I. I've never been against simulated trading. It's such a great tool and stepping stone for traders to, practice, hone their skill. Wait while its setups come. Tool for education, right? Like, hey, I want to explain something, demonstrate it. It's been a useful tool for coaches. I probably need to utilize it a lot more, to be honest, Coach Jay.
Yeah.
It is going to a practice account and demonstrating rather than always have my live account up and forcing trades.
There's a different pressure to executing real trades. There are times where it's like, hey, I don't want to talk to anybody about my trading. I want to just execute. You're long right now, right?
Yeah.
Bet more, man. What is this? Bet
more.
This is just a dream.
We're gonna rally up here through these session highs in the nasdaq because crude is now at 97.92.
Yeah. Not enough virtual margin. Yeah. You know what it is? I forgot that there's still limits on the amount of contracts you can trade with gold. So with a 150K, the most I could trade is 9, which I'm short 9 now. I'm not wrong. Market's wrong.
Honestly, when I'm looking at this, I just look at points, right? It's the same process. It doesn't really matter the size. It's the same process. I'm like,
yep,
3.5 points, 2.5 points, following the same process. The difference really is just the size.
Damn.
Coach Hoop, working some longs in the natty.
I might have to switch accounts here soon, chat. I'm not wrong, but the market's wrong. Yeah, this market's stupid. This market's definitely wrong.
Yeah, blame the market.
Just gonna reset, get a different account. Be right in that one.
Blame the market. Yeah. Hey. Crude down to 97.70s. So let's see if NASDAQ could keep pushing here. BTFD. War? Shrug that off. Let's go. Let's go.
Coach Richard Harris, you gave me a warning. Oh, hey, there we go. Warning about what? Gold right back down. Just having some fun here. We're, these aren't the most ideal market conditions to trade right now, so it's all right, Did someone rub you the wrong way earlier? No, I'm having fun right now. I'm having fun. Made some money tonight, up $160 trading gold, but market conditions not facilitating my best trading, so why don't we just have some fun here?
Yep, and there's a Topstep risk disclosure in the YouTube chat. In case you missed it, I already did the hashtag slow markets. Jay, you know what I seen? I seen you post a pretty good looking Instagram reel.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that was a fun one.
Looking good, if I do say so myself.
Let me find that. Let me find the link to that. So, Chad, I don't hate this trade. We talked about why this could be a valid trade. Highest volume candle that we had. VWAP is starting to leave that range. You can see this blue line being a resistance. The question is, do we get enough selling to clear all of the volume that's traded for the last 3 hours? Decision-making spot. If we get a candle close below this red line, this could flush here. This is probably a B- trade. Now, ask yourself, if you can grade your trade setups, is this trade worth me losing my entire account? right? And that's what happens way too many times with traders, right? Where it's just like, well, I think I'm right, so I'm just gonna bet everything. If I was trading one mini or one micro, this would be $160 of risk, and then there's nothing for me to stress. If the market agrees or not, I'll be wrong and cost $160. But because my ego tells me that I'm right and I'm always right, then I'm just gonna risk everything. It sounds like a stupid thought process when you say it that way, but that's what happens a lot of times.
Happens to a lot more traders than you realize.
Yep.
Yeah, it's that mindset, right? Austin, no risk, no Rari. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, we're traders, right? Everything we do is we're risk managers, I guess, is a better way.
Right.
There's nothing we do that doesn't have risks, but there's, proper risk versus I'm just going for it because of ego. Because micros are for female dogs.
Good question from Zanuck in the chat. Why don't you take the selling candle? Because it did have more volume. You could. The reason I'll try not to change these anchors too much, because especially when there's a lot of overlap, right? These candles are basically the same range. So same idea, right? Ton of volume traded here for a reason. The selling took over the buying. So similar range there. VWAP's going to be in about the same spot also. How's that NASDAQ trade looking, Dakota?
We have not moved. We're sideways.
You got to bet more, man.
Across the board. Crude oil has been selling off, so still leaning long equities since we're at 97.80. So we're down $1 from when we just kind of started. And then NASDAQ is closer to the session highs than we are the session lows. So still not too bad.
Epic Gamer's been watching for a while. Glad to see you still with us.
Those 3 pixels of quality. Yeah, we moving on up here.
Yep.
Missed the
4KJ now.
The 4KJ. Yeah, we got the 4KJ. What did we do to fix it? I don't remember. It just fixed one day.
I think ultimately what happened, it was my internet upload speed was like throttling it a little bit.
Okay.
So had to make some phone calls.
Okay. Because I'm like, I don't think I even did anything on my end. It just started working one day.
Yeah. Which was weird because when I ran my own stream, it was fine. So I don't know.
Oh, there we go. We're getting some buyers here in the NASDAQ.
There you go.
Let's see if we could, yeah, there we go. We're getting it. We're moving. We're moving. Session highs are just right there in the 44s. We're 10 points away.
Oil's below 98s.
BTFD. I have that right here. It just works. I'm gonna have this. I should probably frame this dang thing.
What's that? The BTFD napkin?
This BTFD napkin I've had for over 2 years, just sitting here on my desk. Never used it, just sitting here. I wrote it down. Time goes by fast, man.
BTFD.
Never used it, almost did. Yeah, I know. There's been a couple times it's... Yeah, no drink spilled. We got this. I'm gonna get out of this. I'll slap the ask a few times and look at calling it good. Yeah, I think after this, man, if there's no other bigger headlines, maybe equities could get a bit of a bid going into tomorrow.
Is there news tomorrow? Oh, we got a Bank of Japan rate decision tonight.
Yeah, we also have jobless claims tomorrow.
Interesting. If you're going to continue to trade, understand that Bank of Japan rate decision could get things moving around. Jobless claims tomorrow. and of course, whatever unplanned headlines are going to come out of the Middle East.
Oh, yeah.
More volatility.
More volatility. VIX is still at 25 is what it was. Finished the day at. We've been in the 20s for a while, man. But we've been in a range, too. It's been a volatile range. Violently unchanged. All right, I'm just going to get out of this. I do think the NASDAQ could keep rallying here. But tomorrow is Thursday. We have initial jobless claims. We have the, quote, unplanned headline, right? PNB. But anything can happen. Always be aware. I'll be on tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Central Time, right after Mandy. Maybe a special guest as well. Coach Jay, you got At the Buzzer. And then, of course, slow markets tomorrow night. Anything you want to leave us with while we watch the NASDAQ pop?
Trade well, everybody. Manage your risk. The market is presenting opportunities to us. Don't over leverage like I just did in that practice account, because I would have just got stopped out and lost my entire account. No reason to do that. Again, trade, swim in your lane. Swim in your lane. And we'll see you all tomorrow.
Swim in your lane. All right, take care, everybody, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Bye.